Grand Rising, Grand Rising. It's your girl, Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka AM Morning, aka you know who it is. You already know who it is. And I'm so excited today because today is going to be a beautiful day. The sun is out, the sun is coming out. So the rain is going to dissipate for a moment. And I think it's because it's going to shine on me today, like it shines on me every day. I couldn't even sleep last night. I was so excited. Boom. Excited. Shades of Blue by AM Morning. Get Shades of Blue by AM Morning. And my man Molly Moss, Sea Moss. Perfect combination. That would be the perfect storm brewing inside your body to combat all of those nasty bacteria and viruses that it plagues us during this time, plagues us all the time. And AM Morning, this book right here will help unclog your mind. And if you get Molly Moss, Sea Moss, it will help unclog the gook out of your body. Yes. So y'all DM my boy. Get in on this goodness. I'm just trying to help you live life, help you live a better life, and to have fun and enjoy doing it. Now you probably say, why she keeps saying Molly Moss, Sea Moss? What Molly Moss do to his Sea Moss that other Sea Moss don't do? Molly Moss, Sea Moss, the process that he take to get it clean, to get it right, to get it to you, and also the flavors that he used. He worked a long time to find the right recipe so it could taste delicious. He got the tea, he got the lemonade, which I just love, and he infused them with different flavors. So I'm not going to tell you what flavors he do. Why don't you just try it out for yourself? He do smoothies, what, and he do sea moss that you could take it, and it comes in a container, and you take it. You put 2 teaspoons or tablespoons in your coffee or your tea or whatever you want to drink, something hot to help the sea moss dissolve. And then you just drink it down and you can't even taste it. It's almost undetectable. But it is good. Okay. Let's get into today's topic, today's show. I'm just going to jump right into it, whether my panel is here or not, because I'm on the time zone and I'm on the time crunch because today is October the 3rd. Today is the day that Zealous Kitchen and Lounge in Lanham, Maryland kicks off the party day today. And this is the first of hopefully many
Zeus,
Thursdays where we do mix, match, and mingle. And we
Zeus.
play a thing called the dating game. So hopefully you guys can come out, party, participate. And if you're single, you can play the dating game with us. uh, you know. So anyway, if you want to sign up, if you want to be there tonight, uh, DM me, contact your girl, so I get back into the process. All righty. Today, who we have in the house with us today? Good morning. Good morning, Trey. How are
Good
you
morning.
doing?
I'm good. Good morning. What's up, y'all?
Okay. How you
The
been?
crowd's right here.
All right.
Okay.
And who else we got in the house? We got David, funny man David Green. Good morning, David.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And we also got Damian
Trey.
T. Huh? What you say, David?
I was just saying, what's up to Trey and Damien, and of
Molly
course you,
Mall.
Reese, Molly.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Damien.
Hey, good morning. It's the Jewish New Year. Yay.
Rosh Hashanah.
Hey, that's why I'm drinking early.
I mean, is that what it is? Is it Rosh Hashanah?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Today's the
When did
Jewish
that
New Year.
when did that start? October the 1st, or did it start today?
Hey, hey, Cam. Can you take that
You don't know.
trash out?
Okay. But anyway, like I said, today is the grand opening,
I
October
just
the 3rd.
all
Well, it's
this.
not the grand opening because they've been open, but today is the first time we're hosting an event,
Oh
uh,
wait, wait.
mix, match, and mingo dating game, hosted by your girl, the Gwen Factor, well, co-hosted and invented by your girl, Althea McFarlane. I can't, I would be remiss if I didn't say who brainchild this was. But anyway, come on out. I want to say the address is 6401, but maybe it's 610. I gotta look at the flyer. I can't even see the flyer. But don't worry, no worries. We'll have the flyer definitely for you guys today. Festivity starts at 3:30, y'all. So if y'all want to get out there early, get your munch on, get your lunch on, get your drink on, you could do that. A DJ, a chocolate jams will be there today. Hey, and we're gonna have some fun. I gotta wear something sexy so I can mix, mingle, and match.
Get it out there. Get it out there. Get it out there.
And she's going to be on Fox 5 News today. Zella is going to be talking about the kitchen crate. Okay, so today's topic, I felt, especially given the events over the weekend, and Brenda had said something. Brenda Brown, where she is, that part I don't know. Oh my goodness, let me make sure I sent the post to Sauce in the City so everybody can get it, because I need some females, because I'm hearing this from females a lot and experiencing it, and being a female myself and experiencing some of these things. I need more estrogen on the screen. So I'm gonna see where Brenda Brown is. I need her estrogen. Where is Lee? I need her 0.5 estrogen. Because these are questions, that they come to me. Out there, thought of this, thought of that, and when talking in conversation. So I said, well, come on the show and let's have a discussion about it. I don't see any women other than myself, but I'm gonna keep the ball rolling. And the question is, why do Black women feel unprotected, especially by our Black men? That's the question. Why do women feel vulnerable and unprotected, and like there's no justice for us, or people can do and treat us any old kind of way? Especially with we have a woman, a Black woman running for president. But so why do women still feel that they're unprotected? That question, I need more women to get that ball rolling. But do you men understand what they're saying when they say the Black woman feel unprotected? And do you empathize with that, or sympathize? Good morning, DJ Slicky Woo Boo. Only reason I can't see what he's saying, but I see his bubble and I see him up there, So that's like I know Slicky's in. Because this bubble on the screen.
He said, hey, would it be? He said, hey, would it do? I love like good times. Says what not showing comments? Y'all shit still broke. I don't know if he's talking about. I don't know if he's looking for other people in the comment section to be commenting, because he's the first comment. So if you're looking for other people to be interacting with Slicky, you the first one running up. So you just gotta get the ball rolling. I'll talk to you in the comments though. I'll respond to whatever you say.
Okay.
But to answer your question, yeah, I know what women talking about, because I see firsthand examples. I think the saddest thing in the world is it takes somebody not actually being attracted to women to teach them, or to treat them with respect. I feel like I got more love and respect for women more than men that actually claim to be attracted to them. So I see our women firsthand get dogged by our men. A lot of that is systematic. So, you kind of taught that if you're going elsewhere and venturing off, that you're leveling up or upgrading. I see a lot of that going on.
Explain that.
Everybody, yeah.
Venture off outside the race. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. That if you're venturing off in any way, shape, or form, that you're upgrading. But a lot of that is systematic. So a lot of that started with what is being put on the forefront as far as what's deemed like desirable. So it was always a mission to kind of highlight certain people, or show you that your own people are not worthy. So I don't know. A lot of the system has got to people. I feel like has got to men and got them thinking that
and women too, and it's messing with their mental. All of this is the mental state. The feelings. It's something when you're dealing with feelings, because feelings they change all the time, then you're dealing with facts. So you're like, okay, you have what is, and then you have your emotional what is or what it feels like. And women like Molly told me yesterday. We had a conversation after the show. He said, change your circle of men that you surround yourself with. He said, because
Yeah.
every man that the most of the men that he around that he know love and respect women.
Right.
So do you feel it's the areas, the different areas where they treat, what do you think about that
I think it's an American thing. I say
American
that.
thing?
I don't really see, even if other countries have their women um, quote unquote assume a certain role or whatever. All of that uh, bashing of your own women and all that. I don't see that other places. Even I'm sure it happens plenty other places in countries and households, but as far as being put on display, nah, that's an American thing.
Mm,
Um, I mean, yeah, it's like I said, it's systematic. So a lot of the hate within ourselves, anyway, is uh, already like a mission. It's already an agenda behind that. Let alone who you decide to have a child with. So you know, it's systematic. There's a lot behind it, but it's systematic mostly. So
okay.
um, yeah, a lot more
David
seems to be
Green,
required for our women. Go ahead.
like right. I do believe so. I agree with you on both ends. A lot more should be because women should act like women. It's like, for an example, not you can wear whatever you want in America. That do not give anybody a right to touch you or to mistreat you or harm you.
Not at
But
all.
certain behavior warrants certain reactions. If you walking
Yeah.
down the street with your butt cheeks out, the men will ogle. The men is going to
Yeah.
go, woo, look at the cheeks, because you're drawing attention to the cheeks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and
I mean, you're right. You're right.
everybody can't control their emotions or their feelings at that time. And that's what get us in
God
trouble. Instead
damn.
of everybody acting in
Vertex.
a respectable way, you
Yeah.
know. But because you can go out with both of your butt cheeks boom, and then the guys go ooh, and then you get the ones that don't have control or have mental issues, and when they go and attack that, then
I
it
mean, if
creates.
we, I feel like not cutting you off at all. I be trying to jump in without like cutting you off. I was just adding to what you were saying that it's a lot of this is the social media. Um, Everybody trying to do more and more and more to get seen or to look be past the norm, even though everybody's forming into one type of guy or one type of one.
Wait a
Everybody's trying
minute,
to be a
pause,
certain thing.
y'all. Look, can y'all see this? I'm about to turn it
Oh,
around. Look,
she on live now?
yeah, can y'all see that? Can y'all see the
Yeah, but
TV?
you got lift your phone up a little bit. Yep,
Y'all
yep.
see that? Can y'all hear it?
No, can't hear it because it's turned down too much. What's
Okay.
cooking?
But they about to cook on it with the lunch hour. Hopefully she mentioned my name in the morning Mac show. Shit, since I'm gonna be there hosting. So let's see if I get an honorable mention, y'all.
That's what's up, though.
Let me
But
see if we can turn it up.
but yeah, the standard is low. You know, everybody want to be there's no modesty or nothing like that no more. So when shit is easy for a man, they shit you gonna go with it, and you're not gonna respect nothing you ain't gotta work for. And you're not gonna respect nothing that's not a challenge. So I think that'd be any situation, like no matter what type of woman you looking for. But I've also seen, uh, I've seen some of our men that will rather they'll date a sack of potatoes as long as she's not black. So it don't matter what she
Get
look
out
like,
of
it don't matter
here.
what she built like. I mean, that's very evident around here. I see a bitch that look just like women that you say you hate, but because she's not black and don't fit a certain uh, narrative, or you think you're getting away from something, you'll take her. So like I said, it's a higher standard. It seems like for our women, but you can go to another race and get less and be more
I think
satisfied.
it's
So
more.
it's kind of twisted to me.
That has always been because the other women, not us, not black women, but other women are placed on a pedestal, and uh, that's why they think it's more. David Green, how do you feel about what Trey just said about a black man would date a white woman just because she's white, no matter what she look like, but a black woman you gotta look like a supermodel. That's basically what you saying, right? You want
Pretty
your
much.
black woman to look like a supermodel, but other ethnic groups can look like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, but sometimes that sack of potatoes got some cheese.
Well, he talking about the ones that
Yeah,
ain't
but
got
what?
no cheese.
Yeah, but when she got all that McCormick and shit laid out for you, she got all the seasoning you wanted before, but you want, I guess, a little less. I mean, I guess I don't know, but
You know what I
she
mean?
giving you the same block cheese, same sliced cheese, and the other one was giving your ass. But something about the way, but I see it though because a lot of black women just be
Yeah,
man. They got a lot on their plate. A lot of black women be having the whole world on their shoulders, and they think they got to fight everybody, to prove a point, to be heard, to make sure that everybody around them know what's up. We need to dial that shit back to people shutting the fuck up a little bit more. I think that has helped tremendously when it came to our families. People are so afraid to be told or to feel like they're assuming a role that they feel like it takes power away. So couples be in competition. I ain't never seen couples in such fucking competition in my life. So I don't know. People that they love each other, but girl, shut the fuck up and make that shit, or shut the fuck up and clean up if that's all that man asks you to do. Or or on the other side, actually fix some shit around the house. Actually be the leader that you want her to act like you are. So I don't see people putting enough work personally for these relationships anymore. Shit too easy. I can block you and got all 7 or 8 of y'all over there waiting for me to respond. So it's too easy now. It's too easy. You can see people's news for free. You ain't gotta pay them. You ain't gotta link up with them. You ain't gotta fake like you like them. You can see what everything they born with look like, just because that's just how open the atmosphere is nowadays. There's no challenge. There's no lead up. There's no dating. So I mean, shit. What you think?
And Damien, I know Damien. Why do you think that black women say that they feel unprotected by the black men? I mean, even though you're on the other spectrum.
Well, I mean,
but
I can. The only thing I can tell you, growing up in Gary, Indiana, is that I didn't have a whole lot of choices, and what choices I had as a man was, any woman who's going to show me some love and compassion, some respect, saw me working hard, stuff like that. If they raised me up, I raised them up more. Now I've seen it, and I don't think it's necessarily a black thing. I mean, I've seen it in the Latin community. I've seen it in the white community. I think that's I guess the best way I could put it. I'm trying to look at it from a woman's standpoint because I was raised by a woman. I didn't have a father. My father was murdered in front of me when I was 10. So from a woman's perspective, and I could only use my mother, God rest her soul, is that you have to keep your men accountable. And if they're not going to come, correct and make sure that the house is tight, and that both of you have each other's side, and what he said over here, that the competition within a relationship, I think that's what destroys it. You got old boy saying he can go pull hose, and you got old girl saying I can go get whatever I want. I don't need you. That creates a dynamic in a relationship that's not healthy, no matter what color you are.
I think it's the public display that I don't like from our people, because I see it online. When I'm looking at, and I see all types of disrespect and all this, so I don't never single out anything specific and say it's one race, it's just men, it's just this or just that. But I see public display of the disrespect from our men. Not all of them and all that. If it don't apply, let it fly. But that's generally what I see is public display and disrespect from our men. That's the difference. So everybody else do their shit in private. If you smack the shit out your wife, I don't approve. But we gonna straight up drag her online, and I don't know. It's a little different on this side for real. It's a little different. I don't disagree with him. He's right, but I think it's the public display of it. For real.
Wow. Who else just popped in? Do I have any estrogen, or is that testosterone that just popped in?
Phil?
Hey, Phil Page.
What's up, baby? How y'all doing?
What's up, Phil? Good morning.
What have I walked into this morning?
Why do our black women feel unprotected?
Why do our black women feel unprotected? I don't know. Why do y'all feel unprotected?
You guys are cutting in and out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or different
I'm not sure
levels.
what
Okay, go ahead. No, you.
the hell was that.
Y'all are cutting in and out.
What is that noise?
Traffic.
I don't know. Is that better? It's not. Is it on my side or is it just on your side, Dickie?
It's
I can
clear
hear
to
y'all.
me.
I can hear y'all
it's him.
fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
him it's Damien that I see loading. So I think it's the reception that he's getting. It's not.
Oh, it's
clear
on him
my
then.
end. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead,
No,
Phil, with your question. Mhm.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
saying. I mean, why do black women feel unprotected?
Mhm.
I'm not going to say you guys feel. Well, I cannot say on your behalf how y'all feel. But with that being said, I think it's a lot more cultural, because with like shit on the internet, and is it so much unprotected or disrespected?
Both.
Because it all runs hand in hand. It's kind of a blurred line. It's kind of hard to feel protected when you feel disrespected.
Right.
So, yeah. So I mean, as a black man, we day. What the hell is that? At the end of the day, you all we got.
Right.
It is. But I mean, but like I said, I don't really know if it's a true thing because as a black man, I respect the hell out of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all drive me crazy as hell sometimes, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't want nobody else.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, and like
What's
I
up,
said,
Lee? Good morning.
I can't speak for everybody either. All I can speak for is myself. I don't want to be a part of why y'all feel unprotected and disrespected. So I'm not gonna play into that narrative. But like I say, it's a lot of cultural and society wise where, with the music and shit, the bitches and hoes and all of that, it's kind of hard to be respected when you being disrespected. And it's kind of hard to feel protected when you being disrespected. The same person that disrespects you, you can't look at them to protect you. So, I mean, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Lee, you just came in on a question.
What's up, Lee? Good morning.
0.5 of you answer this for me anyway, like you always claim. I think a lot of women come to me and they tell me different stories, different narratives, and they said the black women do not feel protected or they don't, feel safe. And Phil brought up a good narrative. He said protected or respected. And I said they go hand in hand because we don't feel respected or protected. So I'm asking you, because I know you heard other black women say this. The black woman is the lowest thing on the totem pole. Why do we feel that way? Why do we feel that we are disrespected and unprotected? From your narrative.
But Lee, I also want to say one other thing. It works both ways. The black man feels the same way about the black women. We don't feel totally respected by y'all either. So
yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of we bump it. We as a man and female in the black community, we bump heads. We really do. So
That's honest. That's honest.
It's
yeah,
about when it comes down to women, it's a control factor. It goes back to the Jim Crow, do as I say, do not as I do.
Yeah.
It's larger than what we actually see, actually what we do. Everybody claims it's not about feelings, but it really is. I mean, if I look at Ike and Tina Turner, I look at Rufus and Shaka Khan, it was about them breaking them to make them be dependent on the man when we're 50-50. I mean, when you say man-made, it's woman and man. Both of them has the end title. It says man, woman and man. So if you put
Yeah.
it together, we're 50-50, but one wants to be in control. It goes back to Willie Lynch days. It goes back way back.
Yep.
It's what we were taught.
Systematic. Yep.
Yes. So unless we break that cycle and start believing each other again and treating women like women should be treated, and women got to start treating each other that way, like they need to be treated, they respected each other. Respect, reciprocity is something that goes together. We don't
well, Lee,
do
what
it.
about the woman respecting the man?
That's what I'm saying. It works both
You
ways.
said respecting each other and respecting women. You left the man out. They
Okay,
should respect us too.
I think.
that's what I'm saying. But if you're the one
Okay.
that's beat,
I think.
that's the one that's beating them down, or the woman beating the man down, where is the respect? Because if you have to put your hands on someone, there's no respect there.
Well, you should never put your hands on anybody. So
That's right. Men or women. Women don't need to put their hands on a man, and the man damn sure don't need to put their hands on a woman. Because we do have a lot of women that want to provoke and want to slap a man first. And I'm totally against that, because I have a son, and I know I would go ham if some broad done striked out at my child. And because he's a man, he was always told to defend yourself, but do not hit a woman back. Now she could reach out and punch the fuck out of him, but if he push her and she fall, they're gonna arrest him.
Well, he should have
Reese,
enough self control as a man to deter that any way he can, being as though that
Okay,
you
right.
have way more strength
Wait,
But
and,
I
and
say
all
when
that.
women jump on men back
you ever
and try
heard?
to fight
See,
them, but they try
see,
to
the
walk
thing
away.
about that is, it takes it takes action and reaction. If
Mhm.
someone stick you with a fork hard enough, or pinch you, you're gonna turn around, you're gonna react. That shit hurt. Before you knew it, you done
look,
pimp slapped a bitch.
Punch,
hey,
Oh yeah, or
not
push them.
punch, but just to get them off of you.
I mean, it's gonna happen, but you gotta acknowledge what you do. If you don't want something, you treat. I mean, they have the Bible and it's reconstructed, but one thing for sure, and one thing I know for sure, you want to treat people the way you want to be treated. And if that's not the way you want to be treated, then you shouldn't dish it out.
That goes for male and female.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
I
hey,
think that
Reese,
we all go ahead, funny man.
um, my opinion on the question is that I think a lot of black, like back in the day, or whatever. You know, when you think of a black male, you think of, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, R.I.P. like John Amos or whatever. You know what I mean, from like Good
That
Times.
real stable father figure, yeah.
Right, exactly. Nowadays, a lot of black men are trying to play the female role. What I'm not talking sexually. I'm talking, you know what I mean. Want to be
I know what you
lazy.
mean.
Want to be lazy. You know what I mean.
Pampered and shit.
Don't
You
want
want
to work.
you know.
Don't
Wait,
want to
wait.
don't
You
want to
said want to be
provide.
lazy.
Don't want to.
Wait a minute. Go back.
Yep.
So you said want to be lazy.
Talk
They
about
want to play the female role.
the
They want to
stay
be
at home
lazy.
dad. The stay at home
Yeah.
dad.
They want to kick back and clean up and sweep and wipe
Yeah,
shit down and shit
exactly.
and walk around the house and shit and all that. I feel like everybody's starting to be too selfish though. Everybody's
I think that sometimes if you take a look at it, it can also be generational. And this is an observation of mine because I have daughters. I have a mother, and I think sometimes it can be generational. If you live in a household, for example, where mom's always getting smacked around and she's supposed to be less than him and all that, then when that girl grows up, she can actually accept that because she saw her mom take it. But if you raise
Conditioning, yeah.
No, well, no.
I mean,
Actually,
that is
Damien
true,
had a
but
good point. Where he go? Look at that. He have a good point. Then he go out.
He's had to tap in a few times. It might be a signal,
yeah.
but
yes,
we'll just make sure he touches back up on him when he come back.
he got
Hey,
my
he's
he
acting
got my
good
old
today.
hey
Good point.
he got my old internet.
Y'all pass it along to somebody once you upgrade. Shit.
and again, I think a lot of it has to do with if you have a good strong mother, then you're going to be a good
Yeah.
strong daughter, and you won't allow that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's just my opinion, and it ain't worth shit.
We gotta stop supporting
Daughters
though.
have a good man around, because a good man can show that daughter how you supposed to be treated. I think I told the story about my granddad. I didn't know no better. And I was going out on a date with a boy. He pulled up and he blew the horn. My grandfather said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm getting ready to go out with Patrick. You know we're going out." He said, "No, no, no." He said, "He got to come in and get you. You going out on a date? Let him come and knock on the door and meet your parents."
That's right.
That's the
And
standard.
I
Yep.
didn't know no better, but I'm saying I didn't know no better, you know. But
Yeah.
because my aunt told me, meet the guys around the corner. Don't let them meet grandma and granddaddy if you like them. And I'm like, and that's bad advice because she shouldn't have told me never to meet nobody around the corner. But I'm listening to my aunt Ann, and I'm gonna say her name because it's true. Aunt Ann,
I'm very
you
proud.
know, you gave me the bad advice. I'm like, don't let them meet mom and daddy when it's the opposite. They should have met my grandparents because my grandparents was my parents. They raised,
Yeah.
raised
Yep.
whoever your
Yep.
authority figure is. And don't go out running to a car because that's how he gonna treat you. And don't you know when we went out to the car to get in the car, he opened the door for me. Yes, that's right. He opened it and see, and that's how the behavior should be. But because I was not accustomed to be treated that way, I didn't even know that's what I should expect to do when a man,
Right.
gentleman, is calling you, courting you, or taking you out on a date. That should be normal thing to get the door open for us. But you live
But
and you
how do we
learn.
change? How do we change how do you change the narrative back when? Because mind you, I'm old enough to been alive before social media and all that stuff. So one point that I was making was that everything is so available. It's easy to say, you know what, I don't like that person's vibe. You block them. You got 6, 7 other options waiting for your response. And that's shit. That's like, But how do you revert that back? Because like everybody online naked, everybody, selling ass or pussy or whatever for $12.99 a month. Like how do you bring us back? Like
You talk to your children and raise them and tell them what they need to do as a man.
Yep.
Amen.
That shit is simple.
But to your point, the technology that's available today, including this platform right here, right now, the way we are today, we can't turn the clock back, so we have to deal with that shit. We got to deal with the fact that you block somebody.
Fuck that. Oh, hell no. I ain't letting technology raise my kids. Man,
Yeah, exactly.
they can see whatever the hell they want to see. But, my son is a reflection of me. He's my product. I'm sending his ass out into the world. So technology is not going to raise my kid. Now, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to instill my values in him. I'm going to tell him what he should do as a man. Now, if he chooses to get away from me and do something different, I've done my part. But we as parents and we as fathers and we as mothers, we rely on technology and all this other shit that people in the street to raise your kids. And hell no, that's your job.
Well, that's not the narrative.
That.
That's not the narrative that I'm painting at all because it's reaching a point now where it's starting not to matter what the hell the parents are teaching. That's what I'm talking about
Well,
when it comes to technology, because you can instill all that you can. We all know that you can instill
You got to step
and do
up.
everything perfectly for your child, and they can come out to be the Tasmanian devil, and you gave them the
that's
best
so
life.
true.
I've seen that. So I'm saying that all these temptations that didn't exist before, and all this freedom and all that. I mean, so I'm like, it's a global. I mean, not global. I'm sorry. It's like a national. I mean, it's everywhere, but it's a nat for us, this country. It's a national thing. It's not even. So I'm just trying to figure out how to. Well, all this temptation available, all this variety, all this temptation. Everybody wants to be this. You can claim this and claim that and blah blah blah. It's so cluttered. Is my point
Turn
because
I'm
the
a
phone
firm
off and take
believer
your time.
is your kids watch you, regardless
they
whatever the
do.
Yeah.
hell goes on in the world. Your kids watch you. You may not think so, but they watch you. And if you running around being an asshole, cussing out their mother, this, that, and the other, I don't care. That is the behavior they pick up on. So
Yeah.
Right.
That's
during
big.
their formative years, you know, that's why, as a father, that's the time you gotta be there. Because that's the
Right.
time when they pick it up on shit. And like I say, yeah, the internet and all that shit is out there. But some stuff, like they say, bad data in, bad data out. So you got to put your good data in before the bad data gets in. So
Understood.
I'm
Coaching it
just
from the
saying.
beginning. Understood. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
understand that.
That's true. You
Damn,
got
that
to
was some
keep pouring
real
in
talk right
goodness
there. Damn.
to
Hmm.
brush out the badness. You got
Yeah,
to keep putting good stuff in. And that's like I
that's
check my
fucking facts
everybody
right
on this
there.
panel.
That's fucking
We've
facts.
seen TV, we know everything, but we did not go out to try to emulate whatever we saw because we knew better. We know better that that's not everybody on the panel are grown and mature and wise enough to say wise, not to emulate what we see on television, meaning on social media, meaning we watch and we see a lot of stuff and we know better to look and just laugh and say, "Oh, that's crazy. That don't make no sense." Instead of us going out there and say, "Oh, hey, let me try that or let me do this." We're not easily influenced. That means we
Yeah.
are not easily programmable, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us we sit back and we do it all the time, don't we, Trey? We be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Oh, look at that. We
Hmm.
ain't doing that. We do it on our show." And
But can I say something when you get done? I'm sorry.
yes, man.
Whenever you
Go
get
ahead,
done.
go ahead.
Okay. So regardless of your sexuality or what you like, I think anybody who's alive, breathing, and in tune knows that pussy runs the world. Pussy absolutely runs the world. So not to be all derogatory, but as much as a man wants to say, "Oh, it's a man's world," whatever, whatever, I want the. Now I'm talking more so to my generation because I see these women get on these little dating shows, and I see these women online, even people locally, like around my area, that are online, being frisky, putting themselves out there. When men respect things usually that they have to work for. I mean, if somebody has the mindset of they don't care, they're gonna do what they want to do, that's gonna be their mindset. So no matter how modest you dress, it's not gonna change that particular man's narrative. But generally speaking, like I mean, men used to have something to work for. I'm not saying because the woman's dressed a certain way, but at the same time, if y'all automatically start doing it, when Lee was on here, she was talking about women getting together and banding together, actually supporting each other. If
Mhm.
if people on both sides of the team start calling out the bullshit and start calling out shit that they see is not right, when you do see a woman, because it was a situation a couple of days ago that it was a guy that was getting at his girl, and it was about 4 or 5 of us is ready to jump on them because you're not gonna talk to us and then all of a sudden want to act like everything's cool, but you want to get at her. So my point is calling out shit that you see that ain't right. If you like, don't let your female friends go out with that skimpy shit on. Don't let them go out looking like hoes. Like, let's start going back to some type of modesty. I mean, like Phil was saying, it's all in the entertainment. So I mean, y'all had tip drill and all that back then too. Y'all
Right.
had Uncle Luke and all that shit back then too. But it wasn't so. you had to like look up the lyrics. You had to really pay attention to what the song was about to know that they was actually talking about fucking or talk. You had like you what it wasn't what it is now. Like you straight up like it's straight up degrading now. It's online. It's like full-fledged prostitution now. People charge $6.99, $8.99 a month or whatever on OnlyFans. You online selling yourself. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get. Of course, you can coach it. I feel like it starts with your home, who's around you, who you already talk to, who you already know. So if you correcting, shit as you see fit around you, or coaching and pushing as positive or clear-minded energy as you can, I feel like that's the start. So you call it out if you see it out in public. You see something that ain't right. You see somebody getting disrespected or something. Call it out. But I'm just trying to figure out how to revert us back to modesty and being something to work for. The woman being something to work for, and the man having something. I'm not saying having something to respect, but a man's gonna have a certain mindset. And if you out there hoeing, he ain't gonna tell you, hey, look, you look like this, or you ain't dressing. He gonna fuck you or get what he can out of you and keep it rolling. So it's the women that I want to go back to, like loving each other. Really, we talking about our women specifically,
Well,
especially loving each other.
Hey, in regard to that, in regard to what you just said, I've got something to say about that because I've got daughters. I tell my daughters this when they are going out with somebody. If you're going to go to their house, I want you to see how that man treats their mother.
Exactly.
Very
How
true.
does that man treat
100%?
Because
Right.
if that man does not treat his mother with respect, he is never going to treat you with respect.
Not at all.
Never.
But
See how he
even with
treats his
those type of
mother.
observations, I know plenty of women. Now I don't go for everything displayed on TV because a lot of TV is propaganda. I'm not even a TV watcher on purpose because I don't want to see a lot of shit like that to get you stirred up for no reason. But a lot of women nowadays be like, "Fuck the mama, fuck the mama." If I got them, it's not. So the standard, it's just like the morals are gone. It's like with anything. If people feel like they winning, just like I said something about our men, most of our no, not most,
But
some of
Slicky
our men
said something,
think
Trey.
we going
Read
to.
that what Slicky said.
Sure. Let me see what he said. My bad, y'all. Um, he said, well, white men always have fine black women and black men ugly white women. He said, I say you're gonna have to answer to God and remember that. Yeah. So whatever you live like, you're gonna live like you're gonna have to answer to, and that's what I was saying about black women will take a ugly ass uh, fat white woman just because they feel like they're getting away from something, not dealing with a black woman. And I've seen that like firsthand in my setting, not on TV, not on what I heard on the phone and shit. I'm talking about what I seen firsthand. So she can look you fine with a sack of potatoes, but you feel like that you well, it's just a systematic and societal thing. So black men be feeling like, and black women be feeling like when you get with another race, don't even have to be white, but when you get with another race, you're getting a little further away. You get in certain circles that you wasn't getting in before. You look a little bit more acceptable when you venture off. So I see why people, I see why people do what they do. It's fucked up, but I see why.
Now I have people
Now,
that
see
came on the
that-
show that said that I ain't dating black women because they this, that, and the other. He a black man, your mama black, your sister black, but he swore off all black women, and he would rather date other Latino, white, anything but black because he demonized the black woman. Now, and like you said, the woman could look like a sack of potatoes, but because they demonize the black woman, and they thinking that they stepping, moving on up, and the way it look, and when you see a white man, an old geezer, he got a young fine girl on his arm, it's because that she's looking for security. She ain't looking for a daddy. That ain't what she want. She's looking for security. She's looking for a way out of her life, out of the situation. A lot of times she wants to be taken care of No matter what he looked like, she wanted to feel protected.
She wanted that easy life.
Money makes
Yeah.
people feel protected. She wanted feel love. Money makes, for some reason, feel love. And like you said, she don't want the struggle. She don't want the battle. She want to be cherished. And money can make you feel all of that. Like you cherish, you love, protect. But that is a false sense of security. That money is a false sense of security. Why would you put all of your time and effort into something that could disappear overnight, that could burn up overnight,
burn up or break down? Yeah.
You know, you gotta have. To me, you could be broke as a joke, and as long as you have love, you're patient, you kind, you treat me with respect, you treat me like what I'm supposed to be treated like, and then I can treat you like what you're supposed to be treated like. I'm supposed to be treated like a king, and in return, I treat my men like kings. I messed up when I was treating little jokers like they was kings, and it goes back to treating people with love, dignity, and respect. I'm here to boost up our men, not to tear down our men, and that's because I had a granddaddy. My grandfather, I talked and I listened to. He was Phil. Don't get it along, but my granddaddy was my first hero. That was my first true hero. Was my granddaddy.
Damn.
Questions and talk to him, and he would talk to me. You know, and I needed that male side of communication. And when I lost him at a young age, I guess I was 21. When I lost him, I still was growing. I still was understanding.
I love my fine black women, all of them.
and I needed that. And then when my grandmother stepped in, she was coming from a different angle, totally. But I never felt like I was less than, because my grandfather always told something special. And
damn.
That man, to tell that woman, come from the seed. I came from his seed, from his loin, from his lineage. And when he told me that you are special, I know that. Believing is when you're not sure, but I am sure of that. And my grandfather taught that and nourished that and distilled that into me and my heart. And I returned and my heart distilled to my son and anybody around me, that same love and respect.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. And I can only start one person at a time to be, like Kenneth Clark said, a change agent. And he said, how do we change it? We could only start one person at a time, Trey.
Yeah. It's just a force that's against the whole thing. It's just an agenda. It's a huge agenda against all of us. For every little avenue that you can think of, that could be a situation when it comes to communication or getting along or thriving in this world. It's a huge agenda that's above those that don't have that don't actually make the decision. So, like Lee was saying, I mean, take it back to Jim Crow, take it back to Willie Lynch. It's a certain Willie Lynch theory. I didn't say slavery. I said Willie Lynch, and I said,
but that was during in that time frame.
That was in that era. But that's when you got to look at the root of things. So you got to look at where things originated. So painting that mindset anyway, doing things like some of their tactics, but doing some things to show the power dynamic, to highlight the power dynamic, and to show situations where the man that's supposed to be the protector, or the black man that's supposed to be the protector, showing the whole community his power getting taken away. It came from something that they were doing themselves. Those that had that mindset were doing themselves to something that we're doing for them. So we took that theory over and internalized it and still carry that shit on. I know plenty of men right now. I don't want no dark skin joint. I don't want this. I don't want that, or whatever. Exactly. So a lot of that most of that has tripled and anteed up since it was established. So we carrying some of those ideologies around still.
Molly got a video. Hey, Brenda Brown, I see you sneaking down there. Good morning.
Good morning. I got my stuff out the way so I can participate.
Okay, Molly got a video that we're going to share. Molly.
Tiffany Pollard.
I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a
Why
child.
why you use this?
I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I'm not around with you. I am not your bed maiden. I am not your maid. I am not your floozy or your. You are going to have to give me something substantial because I know I'm worth that. I'm not all there. Sometimes I have my moments, but I know one thing. I'm good to you. I'm not playing with you. I want my eggs cracked.
Okay.
Meaning
Why
I
you
want a
use
child.
Tiffany Pollard as an example for black women?
Meaning
You use the
I already
worst
know who she
absolute
was.
example.
But I'm
So
just
you
saying what she was saying. Yeah, but she said she know one thing. She said, I'm good to you. I'm good to you. I've been good to people before, and they misuse that. And that's what she said. She want that same, I guess, treatment in return. We want it to be reciprocated. I'm loving on you, you loving on me. I respect you, you respect me. So that we grow together. You know, but
A
black
lot
women,
of
we feel
a lot of what oh, go ahead, my bad.
Yeah,
I was saying we feel unprotected, we
that's
feel
why women do
disrespected,
that.
unsafe, and I'm going to throw it out there. A lot of women won't admit this, but we scared. We are freaking scared. A lot of us.
But why do women be projecting that onto
Can
men
somebody
and
mute their mic? It
That's in
sounds like an
mine.
ultrasound.
Yeah, my
shut
outside.
up.
I got PTSD, Trey. I got PTSD, man.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
see, that's that shit.
But
But
back to
yeah,
this, I agree with Althea as the other woman in the room, black woman in the room. I agree with Althea. We're scared. I'm afraid to admit it, Althea. I'm looking around. I am 50 years old and I am still unattached. And then the people who are attached to me, they need to go somewhere because they weren't good for me.
you always
Because
lose somebody.
you know what? She is not the best example in the world, but what she said is true. I am good to you. I might be off the wall, I might be backwards, but for to you, my mate, my black man, I got you. Now I want that back. now I want that black man to turn around to me and say, you know what? I don't understand you all that good, but I do know that you deserve my protection and my love and my adoration. And I'm with Althea. My daddy taught me that. So no man can come along and tell me different, right? Like unless
I
Jesus
like
come
that.
down and say, you got it wrong, my child. That's the only other one I'm gonna believe. Because my daddy told me, he didn't tell me anything. He treated me that way.
Right.
You know
I
what?
know
My
that's
car
right.
could
I
break
can rock
down
with
in the
that.
middle of nowhere. The engine could blow, okay? In the middle of nowhere. My daddy will come and get me, take me home, go get my car, be up the next morning to take me to work. And by the time I get off of work, my whole car is fixed.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, where's that?
Yeah. I feel you on that part. I do feel you on that part.
Now,
I
now
would love
that
to hear somebody speak on that part.
now that's what I used to do for my ladies,
See?
for the woman
Yes.
Okay.
in my life, for the woman in
Step
my life. That's what I
daddy.
did.
Yes.
That's what I did.
Step daddy.
Made sure the
Well,
car was clean. Make sure it was repaired. Make sure it was full of gas at all times. Make sure there's a blanket, a charger, a jumper, cables, whatever that was needed in that car, because I want to see them the next day. I want to see them that night. I don't
Can
want
I
them
ask
to.
them?
Did you look? There's that reference, Lee. I watched a Steve Harvey interview, and I thought it was pretty impactful when he was talking about you're with a man that just dogs you and treats you like shit, and you give him all that fucking good stuff, and then there's that one guy that's trying to chase you around. You don't understand why your gas tank is full every morning, and he just does it on his own accord and stuff like that, and he's fat and bald and whatever, and doesn't fit that picture of what you think you need. After years and years and years, you just figure it out that shit, I was with the wrong one. The other one didn't give a
say
shit about
this.
my gas.
I don't around the black man.
First
Hold
bill.
on. Around the black man, I don't feel that I have to be his significant other for him to protect me like that out in the world. I
Yes.
expect when I walk into the room and he sees I'm a black woman, like that kinship
You need to be
right
in
there
your
should kick
mindset. Need
in.
to already be. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right. Like we should just kick in.
I need y'all
We
to pay attention to my camera. Did see my camera?
Make her solo screen, Molly, if you're around the computer.
ooh, that's a bad cloud. Woo-hoo.
Oh yeah, Alexandria, right there,
Oh
King Street
no.
Metro Station.
Why are you
Damn, Lee, I gotta see
outside?
you one day, Lee. That's my stomping ground. I was born and raised around there. King
Why
Street
are
Metro
No,
Station.
I don't live around here. I'm just taking my walk.
Oh, okay.
why are you outside with weather like that? That's
It ain't
dangerous.
raining. It
I
ain't
just
raining.
it was. I'm just
Oh.
it was right. I'm just taking my walk, get my cyber truck look at
Okay.
and look on.
I got
Look on.
Hey,
I got a
Lee,
question
Lee,
for
I
the
see,
women on the panel.
Lee, I see those. Hey, Lee, I see those little gray whiskers under there.
The gaggle of whiskers, Lee.
I got
But Trey, you got a question? Go ahead, baby.
yeah, I got a question for the women on the panel. So obviously I know I'm gay, so it ain't me providing shit, you know.
Shoot.
I mean, sure. I mean, all the women are more than highly respected around me. So all that second nature stuff, second hand stuff, like opening the door. That part is nothing. I'll go above and beyond. So I know what I'm willing to
And
do.
he does
But
that.
I'm saying,
I know him personally, and I know him before this conversation. That's how I met Trey. He was the
Yeah.
same way when I met. He was respectable, and he looked out. Miss Althea, you all right? Miss Reese, you all right? I'm like, He was like, give me that bag, and he would carry my bag for me. And Lee does the same thing automatically, but you don't have to act.
I was raised on that, yeah. So it doesn't. Yeah, I was raised on that. That stuff you don't even count. You don't even.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that stuff to the
way.
picture. I want women to. I want men to get back to that, so women can stop glorifying stuff that doesn't matter. Because opening the door should be second nature. That just you have a woman in your presence that probably reached the building after you did, so you hold the door open. So shit like that shouldn't matter. That's not even celebratory to me. But my question. Yeah, I was about to ask the question. So the question to the women is, how can men in today's time create a soft life that y'all should have in an economy that's like this, that doesn't warrant that anymore? Because we're in a different era that doesn't really. It can be done. I see it done right around me locally, but how can the average man that doesn't have a certain job, a certain career, a certain financial standing, how can he create that soft life for you? And not put, his world on you and make you have to get out there and get it like him. How can he create that soft life for you in today's era?
Well,
because everybody mentioned their grandfathers and parents and stuff, and that was how it was back then.
Can I go first? I mean,
Sure.
or Brenda or Lee, y'all want to jump in?
Doesn't matter. I want everybody to answer.
You're not putting me in that shit. My 0.5 don't go that way.
Well, the way the economy's set up, it'll never be back like where you used to go out. It takes 2 incomes now because the stuff is so high. Like living here, who was that I was talking to? Like my son brought this out to me. Back in the 80s, $80,000 was a lot of money, and they was like, "Woo!" Now it's $240,000. So the $80 where we thought 80 was a lot, well, you got the 80, it's still not enough. He said you have to make $240,000 to equivalent to what that $80,000 was back in the 80s and the late 90s. Because I remember when I was working at a Howard, the money thing is so different. You used to say, "Oh, if I could just make $20 an hour." In this economy, $20 an hour is the same as $10 an hour. Because we got to
answer though, Reese.
I'm giving it to you. Let me finish.
Buy the t-shirt.
So we
24.99.
we gotta dig boots in. We have to strive and go back to how it used to be back in the old days. We have to have each other's back and hold each other accountable. We got to dig out of this dirt together. We got to come out of the mud together all over again. And I think society keep dumping shit on us. So we have to do that. And we have to come together like butt cheeks and come up.
But what can we do for y'all to make it softer is what I'm trying to say. Because if I was with the shits, I'm always gonna have some type of budget for her to make sure my wife can get her nails done and get her feet done, like little things that, like even a spa day with maybe you and a few of your girls or whatever, y'all can go out and y'all can, have a brunch, go out and take some time. I'm gonna take over and make sure that the kids is good so you can have, a full day to yourself. But these men are not doing that. So I'm saying, what can the men do? Oh well,
you guys are the men. What do y'all do?
Hey, I'm gonna give you my 0.5 on that. I can answer that one.
Okay.
I can answer
Okay.
that.
Go ahead, Lee.
All right, don't have to be low budget, don't have to be all of this. What I used to do is I would invite her friends over for a spa day to the house. I would cook, or either I would have a friend that's a chef that will cook, males, and get the husbands or their mates together, and we'd prepare the meals for them to eat. Have someone there to do the massaging, and do it together. It don't cost that much when you do it together. You got your group of friends, y'all get together, whoever can do whatever, and you just make it happen. That's a bond between friends.
See, I think, and that's a perfect answer. Perfect answer. But I think, I'm because I feel like everybody on the panel knows the formula. So I think we all know what's supposed to be happening. But I kind of, because, yeah, I mean, we just don't do that. We just don't.
Hey, man, listen, I'm telling you, I'm right on page with y'all. I'm right on page with y'all because my wife Connie, man, she got some fungus and it cuts me when I'm sleeping next to her. Like she's got eagle talons. So I mean, I got to get her feet done. I mean, and that's just self-protection.
Yeah.
All right, so I can give you my turn. So I'm gonna give you my 100% grade A woman from the uterus to the tutus. Okay, in my opinion, I'm not looking for someone. All of the answers that you guys just gave are to me like financial, right? Like everybody thinks all of a sudden, financial, fix it financially, or is the problem financially? No, the problem is mentally. Treat me like I'm your friend. Don't treat me like I'm a stranger. Care for me like you would care for someone. And when I say care for someone, I mean the whole shebang. I'm looking for a safe place to lay my head where I don't have to fight for. Nobody said I'm gonna stop fighting forever, but dang, can I have a place where I can come and I could just be cool? You know what? Like, let me lay my problems at your feet. It's not that you can do anything about them except for pull me close and say it's cool and you not here by yourself. Can I get some of that?
I ain't mad at that shit. I'm not mad at that shit.
That sounds like some act right. That's
hell no.
Act right.
Like, come on, that is all.
Wait a minute. Hey,
That's all I want.
Althea, you can get that stuff at Harbor Freight. It's called Act Right, and it's for toe fungus. I'm kidding.
I don't know. But as far as and not being in a relationship, I'm just being in a kinship. If you have to put a label on it, put a kinship on it. Like, even if you don't like me, you should still be nice to me. I'm a Black woman. Come on, like, give me.
When did that narrative? When did that change, though? Why do we have to be? I said, when did that change? Like, why do we have to be in relationships? Because you was touching on that when you first got on. Like, why do we have to be together for me to respect you and still open the door and still make sure that ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you when you on the way home or something like that? Like, when did that narrative change?
Yes,
there you go. When?
yes.
I want to know. When did
in,
it change?
in the comments, if y'all know, people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond, when did that change? Because I just
Yeah.
know that as I was growing up, I never had to really worry about it because my daddy was there. It didn't matter what any man did. My daddy was there to fix it. Right. But now, rest in peace, he's gone. I'm just looking around like, oh no, that was the
Yeah.
last man on this planet that would just make sure that nothing happened to me and make sure that I was accounted for. And I'm
Well,
like,
I can say this, Brenda. I can say this with that statement that you just made. If you compare every man that you could potentially be in a relationship with, and you compare him to that father that you love the way you love, and they don't add up to his category, you're always going to be disappointed.
That's why I'm alone now. I think I'm looking for my
I said,
granddaddy.
I
oh
said that
no,
weeks ago.
there's no looking. Okay, so you guys are crossing the bridges, or actually, Damien, you're crossing the bridges. No, Althea, don't let them railroad you into thinking that. You saw the qualities in a man that were in your grandfather. That is the only compass that you have to go by. So if they can't fucking straighten up and understand that that's where your compass is, then they're not for you. And it's not a bad thing, not a horrible thing. There's only a couple of people on the planet for the other person, right? But what I don't let anybody ever tell you, oh, you just looking for your granddaddy in a man. No, you're that. Yes, actually,
It's a
and it's
standard.
not a bad thing. That's your
It's a
company.
standard. Right. Right.
I'm looking for that man, not physically to come get me in the middle of nowhere,
The
fix my
qualities,
car,
like him.
right? But in if you take that and just apply it to all the situations, yes, I want you to come and rescue me when I can't rescue me. I'm gonna be there to rescue you. How come I
Yeah.
gotta pull us both off
Yup.
the sand all the time? Why does it always have to be me? Why
I need
can't
I need our sides, bro. I need both sides to still I need both sides to still feel and behave that way when shit ain't looking good. Because I see a lot of couples, no matter what their skin color is and all that, but I see a lot of couples that when shit is bad, like because I know, a lot of women that say this, and then when a man's pockets is hitting, then he's not shit, then he needs to do this or he ain't that. I watch a lot of
Mhm.
degrading on both ends. So that's the part that I want to highlight because everybody act like it's all cool, and then they'll take this man or they're fine with this, but if he can't take
how
your
about
ass
this,
to
Trey Wiz? When
yeah.
we get on that
Hey,
episode of what? Oh, wait a minute! Do not cut me off. All right. So, therefore, when we get on the episode where we're talking about black men and what their viewpoint is on black women, we can get all into what we ain't doing. But this episode is about why black women don't feel protected by black men. So you have to listen to what we're saying and go, maybe, or heck no, but don't
I
tell
mean, I'm
us what we're
listening,
not
You
but
know
doing.
why.
No,
no,
I'm
I
just saying.
didn't. I
I'm
didn't.
just
You
Yeah,
saying. No,
yeah,
listen
uh,
to me. Don't
yeah.
tell us what we're not doing because that's not this episode. We're telling you in unequivocal terms in 2.45%, right? Because we got Althea, we got me, and we got 4.5 elite. These are the things. These are the reasons why we don't feel protected as black women. Because we always have to hear what we ain't doing. Who gives a
Well,
my daddy
I'm not
didn't
paying
hold
that.
on. My daddy didn't give a crap what I did. He was still gonna come get me.
Man.
He was still gonna fix my shit. And he was still gonna get me on my way back to work with a kiss on my forehead. Because it doesn't matter if I fucked up. I'm looking for you to the black man. I'm looking for you to provide some kind of guidance, leadership, something. Help me. Don't just watch
Yeah.
me suffer
Well,
as a
I
black
think it
woman.
starts with the asking.
Yeah,
It starts with the asking questions versus
Well,
it being taken in. Because I didn't say.
asking questions is great, but just don't start the question with because women don't do this and because y'all don't
No,
do that.
man.
Brenda,
just
don't take it
Yeah,
personal as
that's like you
women.
said. Who made you
That's
everybody
us
mother,
women.
Brandon?
it is
It's
very
different. Let me tell you why it's different, and it is different because I'm not taking it personal. And guess what? I was in a relationship and with a boy that didn't have two nickels to rub together, but that didn't stop me from caring for him, loving him, doing his resume,
yes.
helping him get a
Hmm.
job, buying his
Aw.
clothes,
Yeah, I
from
got
his on his interview to his drawers and socks to help him be a better person. That didn't stop me from doing that. Every woman is different. Every situation is different. So even though Trey said that we need this, and that, I know I gave that and I still got zilch. But I'm not taking it like every woman in the world because he's not talking about us on the panel. He's talking about the generalization, the masses. You
Yes.
know, we're that
Yes.
5%. We the cream of the crop over here on the Morning Mac show. So whatever anybody say, do not take it personal. That he's talking.
Well,
He's talking
okay. So
generalized.
let me jump in and tell you this. I am not taking it personal. I'm
Okay.
here representing all the women in the world that are going to see this video that want to know without accusation, without question. You know, when you called Phil, he didn't ask you all these questions and tell you what you did wrong. He just came to get you.
Right.
And that's what I'm asking. Where is that? When did that change? Why do I have to be giving you pussy for you to protect me and make sure nothing happens to me? And if I'm in a position to get something, why can't you help me get it? Why can't you put your hand under my foot and boost me up there so I can get it? Why do I have
Because
to
I'm
go through
because
all
the
the
it's
questions?
the battling is what I'm trying to understand. The battling, not from you, but I'm talking about like between our men and our females. Because when I said something about women and I said something about what they say they're willing to accept until the situation actually comes to the forefront, which is you're gonna want to go out with your girls. You're gonna want to do the same things you see your girls with men that have a little bit more money or whatever doing. You're gonna want to do some of those things too. So you're not gonna feel. I've seen public display of a man not being adequate because of his
Well,
pockets. It didn't
then
matter
that's
what his mindset
then
was, background, or education. It didn't
it's
matter.
not a
None of those,
matter it's not a matter of if I'm going to want to do those. If I want to do those, going out and get a job is operative, right? So,
of course.
we as women, I'm not talking about financially only. And though I'm going to want to be at home with my man. That's what since you guys want to keep pulling it back to relationship wise, I get it. I'm going to want to be with my man, and whatever we can do together financially, we're going to have the best fucking time at whatever it is.
That's a
And
good
that's what
answer.
I want.
That's a
Right.
good.
And
That's a good answer.
We got another video. We're going to take a break, and then I'm gonna share
Sure.
something with you guys that
Okay.
happened.
On the
Which
road that.
video you want me to play
On the
next?
road side map.
Oh,
What's up,
we'll
Molly?
set up here
What's
for
up,
the
Molly?
next one.
What up, Dame Dollar?
Yeah, what's up?
Dame Dash. Like I'm stop.
Let me see. I see another one.
And well, while he's looking the video, let me tell y'all. So y'all know what happened Saturday. So I went through the proper channels to try to report this guy. So this one made my antennas went up. Yesterday they found the cuddler that got 15 years cold case. They found this guy who was breaking into women's houses and people apartments and stuff. Y'all remember back on the campus and they wake up and they was in the bed with this man. He was
Yeah.
doing other stuff and he committed other crimes over the years. Y'all remember that? And
Yeah.
they found him on a cold case. And guess what he was doing when they found him? He was a rideshare driver.
Are you talking about Jeffrey Dahmer?
No, a rideshare
Yeah,
driver.
shout out to all the guys.
Grew up. And how do they vet these people? Because I'm trying to make a complaint on the guy that did me on the episode that happened on Saturday. And they're taking me through all of these changes to file one complaint on this man. And because you know why? They said, well, a crime was not committed. We stopped a crime from being committed.
What's up, Kenny? I see you.
But if you don't get shot, They, you know, if you can protect somebody, they're not trying to help protect. I contacted the news people and dropped the tip on, told them the story. You know,
Hey, and Althea, came and got you. Rich came and got you, right? Althea, Rich came and got you.
Wait a minute, Damien. I went through.
I'm sorry, I didn't remember that.
Report this guy to Metro Access, to Mobility Ride, to Ride Share, even to the freaking police. And guess what? Nobody's done nothing. That means he's still picking up people. He's still driving around, and he's still doing who knows what to who without any reprimation.
Still out here yelling at people.
How do I feel protected?
Dropping off people at the wrong location and shit.
Like what if I get another? I need another ride, and he pulls up.
Well, hopefully there's more people in the world than just him. So hopefully the likelihood is slim that
he gonna be all right. If he ain't never.
But those precautions we was talking about with like sharing your location and all of that stuff is what I would like for you to look at.
Whoa. 1 second. Althea, did you report him to the
I report him everywhere. And everybody keeps saying, go call this. I even got a case number and they keep like passing the buck.
Well, who is everybody?
I reported it to Metro Access. I reported it to the Transit Police Authority. I reported it to DC Police. I reported to the accessible mobile ride share people that contract these people. I've gone every place where they told me. I even called Fox 5 and reported that.
Hey man, I'll tell everyone on the panel you don't want to miss out.
Well, now it's time stamped. So now you can go back to this video and say these are all the people I reported it to, and nothing. So I'm just this says men are very insecure also. So is this where we're going next?
Yeah. Guys that run around telling women that they're insecure because they can't seem to leave out the house without having a wig or a lace front on. That's cool. And you do have a point. But can't we say the same thing about you? A lot of you dudes can't leave out the house without having a ball cap on. Yo, shout out to all the guys that run around telling women that they're insecure because they can't seem to leave out the house without having a wig or a lace front on. That's cool. And you do have a point. But can't we say the same thing about you? A lot of you dudes can't leave out the house without having a ball cap on.
Okay. David Green, that is no reflection or shout out to you, David Green. Don't feel no kind of way, David Green. Because David Green love his hats. But
David, Funny Man Green got a perfectly round head though. He got Phil got a milk dud head too. It's like perfectly round. Like Damien.
Hey, wait a minute, that wasn't Funny Man Green? I thought that was Funny Man Green. God damn, it wasn't him.
I don't know what Trey's is because he got hair on, like he got hair. Molly and Trey got locks. So
I'm glad I got hair because I ain't got no shapely head. This chrome don't look like it's been kicked around a few times. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta have some hair. Ain't no bald head here.
I don't give a damn.
That perfect round. Yeah, you don't give a damn because you don't have it. You're not afflicted with it. Like, but if you was afflicted with it, you give a damn. You be like, oh my God, there's a dent in my head.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you got enough.
I gotta cut the show short because what we got going on today at Zella's Kitchen Crate. Molly, can you bring that flyer up? We got a part 2 because this is a very good conversation. I think it's one that needs to be had on men and women's side. Because on one side, we women want to feel a certain way. On the other side, we need to treat our men a certain way. I see a lot of ratchet females out there looking for a good man, and then they get a good man and ratcheted it up. So the next time that man gets a relationship,
You said they what?
Ratcheted it up.
I ratcheted it. All right.
they ratcheted it up. But they do. I mean, y'all know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
And then they
yeah.
get a good guy next time in relationship, because he said once bitten, twice shy. So he ain't never going to treat that girl with the respect like he did that first girl that dogged him out. And men carry luggage too. Oh no, I know better to do that. I'm not going to do that shorty like that. Every shorty is different. So just like every woman, every man is different, ladies. And unfortunately, the ratchet get the good ones, and the good women get the trifling ass man. I see that. I'm like, where did you do that? You wrong. No.
What they say? Zell's Kitchen and Lounge.
Yep. Tonight, Thursday, because that's what Tall Tales Thursday. They doing ladies' night, mix, match, mingle, the new dating game hosted by the Gwen Factor. Shout out.
That's what's
So
up.
y'all get on.
And Althea McFarlane.
Oh, and okay.
Well,
and
we was gonna read the lineup after. We were just highlighting the fact that today is Thursday.
I was just reading verbatim.
I can't see. I'm listening.
I was like,
So it's Zell's Kitchen and Lounge, everybody. They have a weekly lineup, so I don't see too many people coming out there with a schedule for the week and all of that. So that part is nice. But it's Zell's Kitchen and Lounge, hosted by the Gwen Factor and Althea.
please make sure you do that.
And Althea McFarlane. It's like, no, on a real note though, Thursday's day is ladies' night. That's cool. Mix and match and mingle. The new dating game hosted by the Gwen Factor. Friday is Free Flow Fridays, which is offering karaoke, ciphering. So I guess people that sing and rap and things like that. Spoken word, open mic. That's hosted by that will be hosted by Althea McFarlane. Then with Saturday schedule, it's called So Laughable Saturdays.
And the Gwen
Comedy
Factor.
show.
No, just kidding.
Oh, and So Laughable Saturdays comedy shows. Every first and third Saturdays, hosted by the Gwen Factor. Sip and Paint Saturdays, which is attached to that as well, probably in the evening or something. Sip and Paint Saturdays every second and fourth Saturday, hosted by Althea McFarlane. And on Sundays, NFL Watch Day, I already know they're going to have wings, beer, specials on the foods, probably specials on the drinks too. That's every Sunday, September through February. It's at 4601 President's Drive. If you have some reason why you need to get some contact information, you need to figure some things out, maybe how much things cost or whatever, 301-577-1425 is the number.
Yay.
Yes.
But
And
let's
DMV to the dating game. If y'all single out there in the DMV and want to play with us in the little dating game experience, DM your girl and come talk to me before 5 o'clock because the game start that time. So if you want to get in on it, who knows? You might meet somebody. Molly, come on out there. You might meet somebody. You tell your friends to come on out there. They might
He ain't trying to meet nobody. He got a situation. He ain't trying to meet nobody.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
you might meet
I'm just saying
somebody.
his friends.
Phil
His
is on
friends,
here in
right.
that car.
If
He's
you
thinking,
single,
Yeah.
you might meet somebody. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, go out. Have a good time. Experience Zell's Kitchen and Lounge, but especially tonight. Tonight sounds fun.
Tonight
Wow.
is
Yeah,
the
it does.
grand opening of the festivities and everything. She's official. She here. That's what we almost. Zella, you know I love you, baby. I saw you on Fox 5, Zella.
But
Yeah.
maybe
I'm
you
back.
can find
Hello.
you can find some men that have some of these characteristics that we discussed on this show tonight. I know there's got to
that'll bring
be
you
some
the
out
match.
there. Yes, come on. There's got to be somebody out there.
That give a fuck about women. I know
Right,
some of y'all still care.
Just a little fuck. Just a little fuck. Mama.
say
Just a
something?
little fuck, not a big fuck, but just enough to treat her right, you know.
You said y'all trying to find y'all some support Negroes?
Right.
Emotional
Emotional support Negroes.
That's right,
support
Trey.
Negro.
Get it right. We trying to find us some emotional support niggas to give us a hand Like, come on now. Like, make me feel better about being a black woman. You tell me, oh,
Yeah,
black
come
women are
down here, LA.
amazing.
LA Josh, you gotta come down there. He said he want a DMV diva. All right, you want a DMV diva? All right, now. I hope you got some money. You better have some change around your
That's right.
pocket somewhere, because
And that's
That's
the
right. That,
thing. Like, you don't
that's
have
gonna
to
be
be
some
like a
ratchet music
diva
right there.
or anything else. Like that shit. That's a self project. You should just be that kind of dude. You should just be that kind of man. No matter what she do, don't worry about her. Just
Is you
who are
giving your
you?
son this advice, Brent? Did you giving your son this advice?
I'm sorry.
Do you
Is
know?
you giving your son this advice?
Absolutely.
women be tricking nowadays. So women be
No,
getting,
no,
they be
no.
running off on the
Okay,
plug.
let me tell this quick story about my son since you brought him up. So he told me, he said, because I said I want to have some grandkids. Like now is the time, right? I'm 50
Not
years old.
5
We
already.
good. And my son said, well, if I'm gonna get you some grandkids, first
$40.
I gotta take her out. Then I gotta buy, if I meet her at the club, I gotta buy her drinks. I gotta take her out. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. He was like, then, he was like, I gotta get to know her and, to get some babies. So, we gotta get married. And
Smart.
at that point, and with that story, I knew that my baby is gonna make some knucklehead woman out there a very good husband. He is
Yeah.
going to take care of her, not some of her, not a couple of things in her nest. He is going to take care of her.
Yeah,
and
that's
I hope,
good advice.
I pray as a black woman, I pray, but I'm only 85% sure. Okay.
Oh man, you might get funny.
Let them know they be tricking too. Because women, I know these women be players. Women
Yeah,
women
that's
be
why I
pimps
said
too.
do what they say, no questions asked. That's you never gonna find the right one. She
Yeah,
might not
women
be
is pimps
the right
too.
one, but
See,
everything
don't
else
ask me
you
no questions.
said,
Just take me out the roof, Chris. Don't ask me nothing.
you looking for the right things. You get to know her and all that. That's what you need to do as a man. Everything you said, that's what I was expecting to hear. But all that just do what she say. Nah, I know a lot of women that are just like, come, hey, can you take my car to the shop? No questions asked. Nah, like I'm not just gonna keep getting up and doing with you.
Well,
Nah.
see, and that okay, wait,
But
wait,
if
wait,
it's a
Molly,
girl
Molly,
he more, then yeah.
Molly, that is a good example.
Hey,
In my world, I don't
man.
have to ask him to do that because he's paying attention and he knows my
Hey,
car
mommy.
needs
Good
to
morning.
go to the shop. Hey,
Yeah.
Mama Wiz.
What's up, mommy?
Hey,
Mhm.
if my man is in my world, my black man, and he just know my car need to go to the shop, and he does it, that's the kind of care I'm looking for. Not
Okay.
me
But
demanding
without him
that
being
he
your
do it.
man though,
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
at
I'm
all,
gonna
or like,
even further than that. If
Mhm.
your trash need to be taken out and your male friend or your brother or somebody, because my brother JoJo
You
baby
will
was
just
on the
take it
phone,
out.
he tell you to do this.
well,
Even
that's
Molly's like, Reed, you want me to take your
No,
trash out?
that's
Your
the
trash
same
need to
thing.
be taken out.
Yeah.
I don't have to ask.
Yeah.
They do.
But that's the
Sometimes
thing.
I have to remind my son to do it. But when they come in the house and Molly was like, Reed, you want me to take your trash out? I mean, Molly ain't my boyfriend. Molly my brother. Not even my
Yeah.
blood brother, but Molly's my brother by love. And if any man come in the house and see that need to be met, they like grab it or something need to be fixed or
Well, that's
he'll call
well,
something
that's
to my
different. Yeah.
attention that I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
Those,
different. Yeah.
those go a long
No,
way versus
that's what I've been talking about this whole time, Trey. It's not different. That's exactly what I've been saying. Where is that care? I shouldn't have to be your woman. You guys kept taking it to the relationship, so I just jumped on board. In this one, that is what I've been saying the whole episode. I shouldn't have to be giving you pussy for you to take the trash out. If you see it, if you're my friend, you're caring for
Well, those
me.
supposed to be second. That's supposed to be in the
Yeah.
category of second nature. Things that you don't. The shit that I want us to stop having. Because y'all be trying to give men little boosts. Oh, thank you for holding the door open. Why the fuck did you not? Why am I thinking? So that's one of them situations where I don't. I want us to get away from so we can stop celebrating opening the door or taking your trash. That's not shit. Making sure your door locked. Make sure you lock your door. You got in safely. Walking you to the door or watching you walk to it or close it versus pulling off. that's second nature. I'm talking about. Well, I mean, even taking your car to go get it fixed or whatever. If I can do it, like if I can take care of it, I guess. But
And it doesn't, I mean, what we were doing is going from the smallest instances, which is
the big
opening the
ones,
door up, to the biggest, most in-depth, deep instances
type
of
shit.
supporting a Black woman. Why
Yeah.
we don't feel supported and loved.
And let me take it back
Go
to the
ahead.
children, Brenda. This
Mhm.
happened because I think I told y'all about the story last year. These 3 girls, we didn't know these girls from, and they walking. I think I told Molly walking down the street in the middle of the night. What happened was they was at Crystal Skating Ring, met up with some little boys, and the boys took them to the movie. Told them told them, coached them, come on with me to the movie. They're being grown fast. They was like 13, 2 13-year-olds and a 14-year-olds. They in that age group, right? It was after midnight, and they trying to walk home, and they lived in Southeast off of Bennett Road, right? And they on Branch Avenue, walking like almost 1 o'clock at night. Okay, so Gwen stops them and was like, she was like, what are y'all doing out here this time of night? 3 little girls, because they looked like they was in trouble. And they was like, we didn't know that the metro stopped and the bus stop, and we don't have no way to get home, so we have to walk. We'll say, where do y'all live? Get in. I'm gonna give you a ride home. The little girls got in, and the little girl was like, I'm hungry. We hungry. What did Gwen do? Because we was coming out of McDonald's parking lot. Gwen go back around, get in line, and we sitting in the McDonald's parking lot. And then she's talking to the young girls. Like the two older ones didn't want to tell what happened, but the younger ones snitched. They said the boys, and Gwen was like, well, where's the boys? They said the boys caught an Uber home. They left the girls out. And the boys caught an Uber home. The girls didn't have no money. The girls spent their money that they had supposed to get home with on the movies down at Marlow Heights movie theater, popcorn and movie Y'all Lovey Dovey and in the dark. And when they come out the movies, the boys was like, we gotta go home. See ya. And left them 3 little girls to fend for themselves. So I'm like,
see, that's what started that lesbianism.
Eating pussy.
And they lied to their parents. See, the little girl said they were spending the night over to one little girl house. The one little girl house, they be wild. The parents don't care what the child do. But the other 2 was like, I'm spending the night over there, spending the night over there. And I asked her, do your mother know that you out? No. Gwen gave them girls their meals, they asked for meals. And then Gwen was like, I spent $40 damn on it. I was like, well, you paying it forward. Look, I bought your meal. You bought the mother 3 little girls' meal. And they was like, give me this, give me that.
$40
at McDonald's for 3 girls. They got 20-piece nuggets.
Dang,
why are these little girls not getting nuggets and shit? And y'all ask out, why is this happening?
Wait a minute, that's what I asked Gwen. I said,
I
said they need the value menu, Gwen. Get all of them happy
probably
meals.
my niece. That's probably my niece and her friends. When we came, we sent her down South Carolina now, but the little girls lied to y'all. They met up with the little boys, went to the movies. These 13-year-old little boys, I remember meeting up with a little girl. We got to get home too before a certain time before we get our ass whooped. So the boys did what they made it home. The little girls decided to spend majority of their money. Instead of having the money for Uber, they probably decided to buy weed or buy something they ain't supposed to buy and decide to walk. They don't mind. They like, we can walk home.
They was walking. They was
but when they got a ride and they seen some people wouldn't buy no food, hey, I'm happy y'all did that though. That's still good gesture, but
that's still good, yeah.
You can tell the youngest one told the truth because they was mad. The youngest one was snitching. I'd have been snitching too.
You said I ain't saying they some young gold diggers.
But they ain't messing with no bro.
The young girl, you could tell that she wasn't glued up. She said they left us. They just got in the Uber. They left us. The little one was telling it. She was hurt. She said they just got in the Uber and they left us.
Oh, geez. All I can say is that's where it started. Because that was the only way my son could not get in trouble with coming in after his curfew was he knew if he told me that he walked some girl home and made sure she got there, that I would give him a break on the curfew. Now, I don't know if that was what was exactly happening, but at least he got the concept of that was the only reason that he could be late on his curfew, was to make
Yeah.
sure the little girls got home safe.
Man, my
That
mother
sound
be
about right.
fresh. My mother say, "Oh, what's her name? Okay, how you doing? What's your mother name?" My mother somehow know her mother. She don't call her. You know, okay, my son's gonna take your daughter out. They're gonna be back by this time. It's okay to, and she got to
Yeah,
meet.
parents communicating
Yeah,
back then.
and my mother don't like her mother. She like, no, I don't like her. That girl, wow, ain't all nah. I can't go.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, but I like the girl, so I sneak and talk to her anyway, but I can't let my mother know. But Mom
Yeah.
always know. She always know.
And
But,
see, now that's what my son was probably doing right there. And then get home and be like, I was walking Sally Sue home, make sure she's all right. But as long as he got the concept that, you
yeah.
know,
That's,
taking
but that's
care.
how it is these days, Brenda. This is where it's starting, and this is what it's looking like for the next generation.
I know, scary. Not even the next generation, our generation, because it seems like the men my age and the dateable ones in my category then took on the ideology of the young millennial that's coming up. It's like they forgot all of what they was taught back in our
Brenda,
day.
they gonna get out the Uber and leave you there.
What'd you
They gonna
say?
they gonna take a Uber and leave you.
Yes.
They do. I've seen it.
But
They
okay,
cheap
but,
right
but we
now,
were
them
smart
Uber.
enough. Me and my friend, we were smart enough. We had money. We didn't spend it on popcorn and whatnot. Like if
Yeah.
we got to the movie, right? If we already had an understanding that this is how much we got, right? We're not counting on what they got. And then if we get to the movies and they
Always
buy
enough
our
to get
ticket,
around.
that just means we got a little bit more money to spend. You know, it's like, no, I'm
But you
just
always
saying, we
supposed to
never,
come out with enough to get home. She right.
yes,
Yeah,
hell
that's the thing. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
wiggling your fingers. Hell no. I'm trying to make sure I can get home. If your ass start acting up, shit, no, hell no.
What up, mailman Phil? He
No
says,
man.
sound like y'all talking about home training. These things should be second nature. Some people take advantage of it, though. By
Yeah.
the way, I need that Wellness Wednesday redo. Great topic. You got to watch
That's
it
what's
on
up.
Facebook. He was watching it. He was trying. He's like, what happened? We started the show over yesterday. I
Oh
send it to
wow.
you.
Hey, that's
Right.
how
Yeah.
it's
That's what's up
supposed to
though.
go.
And that can happen to me. I was out with no money, depending on a guy, out with no money, and I was left stranded. He put me out of his house because I wouldn't put out, called another girl over in my face. And you know what I did? I sat on the couch and I cried. And I called my brother.
On his couch or your couch?
No, it was at his house. If Reggie,
Oh,
he
you
used
sat
to
on his
live
couch.
over there. Where's off of Eastern Avenue? I lived in Palmer Park at the time. And he lived in what's them apartments right there off of Eastern Audrey Lane, off of Audrey Lane. So I'm all the way over here on Audrey Lane, living in Lando. You know, he was like,
Wow,
yeah, I'm
wow.
gonna get you over here. I got you over there. Whoopty whoopty whoop. And then when I would not put out, he was like, get out. Go home. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I just feel
It's
he was
time
like,
to
it
roll.
don't matter what you feel. I didn't have no money to get home because I was dependent and trusting on good old Reggie.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it happened to me. You talking about down the street? I got broke up with in the middle of Michigan. What was Grand Rapids, Michigan? I got broke up with a year and a half ago. In the middle
So
of
weird.
Michigan. Okay,
You guys
and
talk
so
like Darth Vader. This is weird.
so all in all, I didn't have no money to get home out there. I was out there in love, right? Out there on the wings of love, and got broke up with in the middle of
Oh man.
Missouri, and I had no money. Thank God that he had enough eyeballs on him, and that he was a good enough man to say, I'm gonna send you back home. Now, mind you, send me back home to the home we ain't got, but at least get me back to Vegas where I could figure it out. So
Yeah.
yes, that was one time I let my guard down and thought a black man was going to take care of me, and he did. We may not have been together. We broke up. We had a knockdown, drag down fight in the middle of Grand Rapids, Michigan, but he was man enough to make sure that I got home.
That
He wanted to get
part I
rid of
respect.
your ass. He wanted
like
you
I said
gone.
with my
He
little
wanted to make
friend,
sure.
Whatever it takes to get you out of here.
another woman came over there, serviced this man. I'm sitting on the couch crying, but I did call my brother, and which were two black men. Kenny and Deron came right over there, and they cussed me out. You know better to go out without John out this and all of that. Do you stupid? You don't be hanging around there. I told you. You trying to be fast. We told you to sit on the porch. Both of them cussed me
Hey,
out.
I'll just
Two black men.
hey, I'll
And they
tell
was
y'all
like,
this.
where
What
Reggie?
Brenda
Reggie wouldn't
said.
open his door because they was gonna go in there and beat Reggie up. Reggie wouldn't open his door. He in there with the other girl. The other girl come over there, grill on me and everything. And I was so heartbroken. I just sat there and cried. And when Kenny came,
Hey, that thing that Brenda just said, Althea, the one thing that Brenda just said about even though they had that drag out fight and stuff, and he had the fortitude to get her home, I can tell you there's only one thing that I know about that is he didn't want no paper. Saying.
Damn, what you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I just be like,
all I can say is that the protective in the relationships, like them little girls, I would have beat my son's ass had I found out he left some little girl in the street with no ride home. He'd have got his ass. I'd have broke his arm off and wrapped it around his neck and choked him out with it. Because now on the other side, like Phil, when he came to Vegas and they said, where did Brenda go? What happened to Brenda? And he said, I don't know. She walked between the trash cans and disappeared. Right? But seriously speaking, if something had have happened to me between the trash cans, he was the last person to see me. Right. So you have to make sure that person gets home safe, even for legal reasons. You don't want to be the last
You didn't
person.
give Phil the address. You didn't want him to know where you lived at the time. So if anything happened to you, that would have been on you. As soon as you disappeared between them two trash cans,
it would have been proven. It would have been proven to be my own fault. But Phil would have still had to go down to the police station and be interrogated because he was the last person.
Get him.
Yeah, because the nigga said you was the last one to see her. Hey, what the hell you mean I was the last one to see her? He said, "That's right, man. What the hell
don't
you
stop
mean
putting
I was
nothing
the
on
last one
me.
to see her?"
Slap no court case on me because I the last one.
And it's going to take
You was the last one to see her.
for him to get out innocent.
I be
Something
wondering.
he didn't do. It will take him 2 years to cut through that red tape, all because you didn't want him to know where you live. So that he could have said, I made sure she got to this residence, not make sure she got between two trash cans.
He ran between the two dumpsters. You was the last one to see her. What the fuck you mean I was the last one to see her?
This is the legal note.
Shit.
Brenda Brown confirms all accusations. However, she didn't know Phil like she knows him now. Okay. At that point, he was still kind of a stranger to me. So I didn't need him.
And then she got sick for 2 days and nobody heard from her.
They was already framing Phil for the murder. They didn't even have.
No.
Them other comments said he was the last one.
One of my dimes back in the day when there was MySpace before Facebook, man, I can't believe it. She hacked into my account and all my profile pictures were mugshots.com. And I'm not a catch.
Like, just if the Kamala Harris test is going to be definitely one of those that I'm waiting to see. Mailman says, is his name really Reggie? You put that man on blast for real?
Oh, well, Reggie, rest in peace, Sam.
She did that man dirty.
Reggie did. Reggie was a big time hustler back in the day. And
His
all
son watching.
honesty, they found him between two trash cans, shot up. Didn't have nothing to do with it. Had nothing to do with me. Reggie was trying to beat somebody out their money. And you don't do that in the game. Reggie was a flamboyant throwing money. Rest in peace,
Hey,
Reggie.
get that money. Rest in peace, Reg.
Rest in peace. Don't
Don't
like
worry.
the okay.
Let moms know we're sending
Mama.
her Monday because she don't come on Fridays, Trey.
I
Oh
just know I
yeah,
would
that
like
freaky shit. Right now, we ain't trying to talk about that.
right.
No, tomorrow Friday is not going to be Freaky Friday. It's not. Mom,
Hell no, I ain't trying to have my mama on this joint. We talking about pussy and all that shit. I told her keep her ass. She already knows she gonna keep her ass off on Friday.
Mama already know about
Yeah, but I ain't trying to hear about it. Yeah, but we don't discuss it. That's the difference. I know she did. How I'm here. No, I ain't trying to hear about that. No. She know the freaky days is the day you stay your ass off. You welcome any other day.
But they had a dance called Squeeze Your Knees. That wasn't nothing but twerking, Trey.
See, that's the problem. You know what? That's the original. Y'all had Freak Neek and Uncle Luke and all that. I know. Yep, I know.
You know
I had all
what?
that stuff, but
That's
y'all
all-
gonna discuss that.
actually, you know what? That's all Diddy did. He had Freaknik, and he just had the nerve to actually film it. That's all he did.
Yeah,
I was
that's what it was.
off. I guess we back in the 70s, they had Freak Out. The 70s is Freaky Man. Then Diddy and but in the 90s we had Freaknik. Then Diddy just called it Freak Off. There was all types of freaking.
Yeah,
That's funny.
shit. Oh, what is this?
Diddy
What's
from
this?
That's
Howard.
why you're the points leader.
Diddy was
That's
down
funny
Howard. He
But
was
we
here
didn't
throwing
have
them parties.
thousands and gallons of oil, thousands of bottles of
doing
baby oil. That
mix.
was
That's all he did. The people at Freaknik, the reason they was able to do it so long is
Man.
because there were no recorders like there are now. See, Diddy got
Yeah.
busted because as soon as recording stuff came in and he thought, let me record everything because I'm a narcissist and I want to see my face on everything. That's
Yeah.
see, that narcissism
Get a
gets you in
t-shirt.
trouble every time.
But I'm glad he upped his game from Vaseline to baby oil. Because I could
Okay.
How
see
you
him
know
there
he upped
ordering
his game? Hold on.
Vaseline. Be like, come on. You
How you
gotta
know
rub
he
it
upped his
together.
game?
Right. That's the thing.
Yeah, he did
What
go
you
to
subscribe to?
I'm
Uh-huh.
glad. Yeah, I'm glad that he
He
upped
used
his
to
game
brag
too
about
out
it.
there. And he had like some, he had like the best of the best, like so if you was gonna be doing all this awesome stuff, hey, that's a good topic for Friday. We should talk about all of this freak off crap that he
Freak nasty shit. Yeah.
like the difference between
He
freak
used to
offs and
brag.
freak nicks and the what did you call it, Althea? The freak nasty or what would you say?
The freak off. It was the freak off. We had all, we've been all kinds of freak, baby.
Brenda, you said it so professionally. Like when you talk, it sounds so professional that it makes me laugh when you say,
Oh God.
did you say that
That's
was?
so
Was that a freak off or what did you to that
I am. This is Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child, with the Morning Mac News, and we are here in the studio to ask the cast: was that a freak off, a freak nasty, or
what would you actually call that? Would you call that a freak off?
what constitutes it being a freak off other than a freak
Oh shit. Oh Lord. What we got going on up here? Let me see. Hold on. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. Oh, the comedy show.
Don't read them. Just let them go. We were doing great because
No.
Althea gotta
Okay.
go. We didn't read
read
none of
Read
them.
them real quick.
Yeah, we didn't read none of them. We already halfway through the
Tonight,
day.
the one for tonight.
Yeah,
I sent the video here, Molly.
yes, y'all was talking and we didn't read none of them. So we let the people read them and let them use their optical. What is that called? The optical.
I
insurance.
just want the people to see what's happening today. tonight. Other than people, good out there, pay your rent because it is October the 3rd, and there's only 2 more days to the 5th because the 5th is on a Saturday. Pay your rents. And come out tonight.
Shit, some of that shit to the side.
Celebrate. Come out tonight to celebrate that you paid your rent. See how that works?
Where's that October 3rd flyer? I see Nemo. Shout out to Nemo. Nemo, the Late Bloomers comedy extravaganza on the 10th of October. That's 3511 Maryland Avenue. That's Cheverly, Maryland, but that's going to be on the 10th. You know, if Molly got the flyer for the 3rd, we can at least read it before we go.
Yeah, like he'll go through all the deck, and I promise that other one, the one she talking about tonight, will pop back up. Because these are all the ones we was talking over. I'm just saying, let the people read them. Equal opportunity around here. There we go.
There we go. Boom. And then I had a little video too, but it's good.
Yes.
Good
now, Trey, read now in your best.
I already read it to them. They know what Zell's Kitchen and Lounge is. They know it's on 4601 President Drive.
Do it in your best. Do it in your best reporter voice, though. The best voice. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1.
I ain't doing all that shit. It's Trayvon Gray report live on Channel 7 News. We're here to talk about Zell's Kitchen and Lounge. We got a weekly lineup for y'all, hosted by the Gwen Factor and Althea McFarland. For Thursday, we got Thursday's Ladies Night Mixed Match and Mingle, the new dating game. So come out there, all the singles, all the men out there, and all the women that want to meet somebody. You might have your opportunity tonight. So the Gwen Factor will be seeing you there. Now, we know about the other days, Friday, Free Flow Fridays, karaoke ciphering, spoken word, open mic.
Don't read the whole
thing.
Just
Thursday?
Breaking news. We got Althea McFarland live online. Let's bring her in.
I got to be there early. It's going to start the festivities, y'all. It's going to start 3:30 tonight, 3:30 this afternoon. That's why I got to get off here and be there early because I can't be sitting here at 2 o'clock. I got to go get glamified so I can greet you when you come in, talk to you, get you all settled in, take the people's information and play the games. I got to hold it down till the Gwen Factor get there. And she'll be there about, I think the game will start about 6:30.
Let's read this. Kudos to you out there. The mailman says, I am thoroughly entertained while I am slinging this mail. Y'all are wild ass.
Not slinging.
By the way, what does Damien have in that can? It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Quit it. Oh, that's wrong. I'm getting picked on again.
What you drinking, Damien? What's it called? Bud Ice?
What's that?
What you
what's that?
What kind of beer you got?
What's that?
This is the champagne.
Who playing that music?
Miller High Life.
Miller High Life? Miller? They still make Miller?
It's time to go.
Yeah, you know,
that's so new.
I'm an equal opportunity alcoholic, and I buy the cheap shit.
Where's Mama?
There it is. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. My wife says I have a face for radio. My wife says I have a face for radio. Can I do the radio voice for this one?
Yes, Mama. No. Because it's all about tonight. Go out to Zell's Kitchen. Go holler at
It's all about Mama.
Yes. It's all about Mama. Go out and give her some support.
It was on Fox 5 News, so you know they're going to come out on Fox 5.
Hey, that's what we're talking about. Y'all want to get
just for FYI, my mama is actually going to pick me up and take me over there because I don't want to get no ride right now.
No, we don't. It's too soon out there. I'm glad your mama is gonna come and help you out.
Mama, I want to be on TV. Mama, take me for the ride. I love you.
I had to rewind. Fumble trying to move too fast. I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble. Told myself to keep lying. So much stress we building. That's where I be needing me time.